Hi guys, Steve here, and I'm going to show you all the best places to build on Aberration. I'm going to start in the green area, then move to the blue, then the radiation zone. Because good areas where you can keep dinos are hard to find, I'll be showing you every place to build, so some are already taken. We're going to start off in the portal area at coordinates 44 by 13. This is supposed to be the safest area to spawn in at. So I don't know if they've blocked you from building on here on official servers, but for everyone else who's not on one, you can build here fine. This is a huge area to build in, so you need to be a mega tribe or a commune village of smaller tribes living next to each other. I move around with a foundation ready to place to show you if you can build or not. This video is going to be a bit different than the other base location ones I've done. Because the areas are on many different levels, most of the places are covered in crap. Instead of choosing the very best places to build, I'll be choosing the best places to build an Aberration from what's on offer, because a lot of them are hidden away or hard to find. Now, I normally wouldn't pick an area that's been overhung by a higher one, because that'd let people shoot down on your base. However, because most of the maps on different levels, I'm going to waive that stipulation. And because I was flying around for 3 days trying to find the best spots, I'm going to split the video into different parts to try and make it not so long. This first video here will be all the best places to build in the green zone, the safe area where you won't die from radiation poisoning. And the next one will be in the blue and the pink zone. Right, as well as building down below, you can build up here on these shelves. Like I said, it's a huge area to build in, so you're going to need a lot of people to cover this area. And you can also build on this front area. Just sweep down. And also you can build here. Now if you class this as the front of your base, this could be like a kind of gateway. So you put your defences in here. Even though you've got 100 turrets now. Which again screws over PvP. Another building area here. So instead of just one single tribe, it might be better if you have different tribes in different parts covering different areas. Right, I'll go to the front of a tunnel. Right, you could fix that bridge to get you further inside the map. You can't actually build inside the tunnel itself. But you can build on top of it. Then these sides will again be defences. You can have turrets along here to stop people coming in. You can also build a base along there if you want. Just go to the other side. There's a flat area, but it's smaller than the other side. Again, you can put turrets there to stop people getting in. Build on this back part of the top tunnel. And then you've got this whole area to build on. And it goes off to the side here, which you can still build on. And this is a ramp down to the ground. So if you build on that top ledge, you can block this off to stop people coming up. I'll fly around the other side and show you the top section up there. There's a flat cliff section that runs all the way around here. You can build on. Goes all the way around the side. Like a little cave system here. That's a dead end. This side's a little opening that you can pass through. And that leads you to the inside top right of a complex. So if you're building here, you need to make sure you block that doorway off. You can build a base on this level as well. With the turret limit, if you have multiple smaller tribes, each with 100 turrets, then you can block off multiple exits. And the coordinates for the tunnel entrance is 45 by 26, in the middle left of the map. The next base location is over here in front of us. Just show you what it looks like. Every location I'll show you will have some natural defences. Like here, the sides are protected by a cliff wall. I'm doing that to stop people just walking into your base with a large dino. There's a ramp system here. It spreads out quite far. There's an entrance that side. This ground here is slanted, so not the best to build a base on. However, it's fine if you want to build dino pens and keep large dinos down here. This ground here is more flat, so you could build a base here if you wanted. And the coordinates is 38 by 29. Again, the flat level continues round here. There's a little ledge here. If you go up, there's a clearing here. You'll need to build defences, because this takes you around to the back of the base, and there's a ramp pathway that can go up. If you follow the ramp up, you come to this other flat area. There's a cliff down below, so that secures you from this side. And you can build all around here if you wanted, on this higher level. So you can have your main base up here, then like big ground dinos below. With every base location I want to store a good amount of dinos. There's a bridge going off to the side on this level, so you can access the other higher areas. Another one up there. Inside this tree is another area. Wherever you decide to keep in here, dinos or structures, it's protected partially by these tree struts. Yeah, so even though this area is on different levels, there's enough flat space to build a fairly big sized base around it. For the next location, starting from that area below, opposite the river and this zip line, you'll find another flat large area we can build on. At coordinates 37 by 33. You have a large flat area here what you can clear. And this side's protected by a cliff wall. You have another cliff wall over here. There's some natural zip lines that could help you get up and down. This side here is also protected by a cliff wall. Then you have a ramp to the area here, where you could block off. Like I said at the start, most of the base locations do have overhanging areas. This one here, you can't build on. Can kind of use it as like a ceiling to protect your base from above. So you start from a ramp here, and you've got all this flat area to build on. And if you go around to the side, you've got this rock that you could put a tower on to defend the rear. Down to the left from a portal ramp, we have this plateau that runs along a wall. It's flat and you can build on it, and its starting coordinates is 33 by 27. So it's wide enough in some areas, but it goes all along here. There's some natural zip lines off to the right of it. All along here to here. So you have all this area to build in, and its end coordinates is 32 by 31. It's out of the way, so you should be safe up there. As you can see, there's other flat areas around here, so I'm going to cover those now. We moved along a bit from the last location, and there's some flat areas here. But we're going to start with this one up here. Can build here. And the coordinates is 31 by 32. Then we have this location. And clear all the rocks away. Build here as well. That's at 29 by 31. It's fairly big. Some of it's on different levels, but you can work around that. And you've got this area at the back as well. Got a bridge above it, so you could put turrets on there to shoot down into your own base to protect it. Over on the other side, if you follow the bridge through, you come to this little cave system. So you could door that end off, have something here, and put a behemoth gate and defences this side. Yeah, the ground is on a slant, but you still keep something here. And the coordinates is 26 by 33. It's like a little overhang bird's nest area. Back to the bridge. Then you have another area here. That brings you to this flat area. And down here is a dip. We could build a ramp or elevator to down below. Down here you have one entrance there. Rocks covering you from above, mostly. And another entrance there. You can build in here. The ground isn't flat, but you're on a safe corner, and the coordinates is 30 by 28. There is only two entrances, so you could block them off with dino gates and keep your large ground dinos in here, if you're building above or to the side. If you want to build to the side, against this wall is a very long, flat area. And the coordinates is 26 by 27. So you can go all along that path. Or you can build sideways to just past the path because the ground's angled from there. So following a path along a wall, still got this flat area here. Brings us to a crossroads where you can build. It's a big flat area, coordinates 19 by 27. And if you wanted to, you could block this cave entrance off to the surface, build in here, all the way through. You can build there. Not sure about on official servers though. All the way to the surface. Then you can build a surface base at the other end to protect that entrance. So there's just two ways in here. And the coordinates is 20 by 25. It's fairly flat in there. And you can build your defences out here. The next base location is a biggie, and it's this one here, next to the lake. Just show you around. It's a bit hard to miss though. So the coordinates is at 1541 in the top middle-ish of the map. As you can see, it's secure on either side by a huge cliff wall. Can't actually build on this ramp section. You can build here. I'll move the foundation around to show you all the different locations where you can build and where you can't. It's a flat area here, but you can't build on it. You can there. Now, there's a zip line that side. This wall here, big metal one, could be a natural barrier. You can store your dinos in here. Just wall it and behemoth gate it off. Put towers behind it to shoot over the metal wall to cover the sides. You can't build here in the middle. You can on that green grass. You can build there. Another dino pen possibility here. All the way to the back. Hide something around there. You can't build on this metal structure itself. So you're going to need to create a tall tower with turrets on to shoot over the top of it if you wanted to defend it for PvP. Over here will need to be defended because from that side goes down against a wall and there's a large ramp there, and that's the way up for your dinos. You can build here as well. If raiders wanted to come up this ramp, it's a long way to go and it's clear visibility all the way down it. So block this up to make sure no one can come up. Or you could build a fairly big size base here. I'll just fly to the other side to show you what's there. You get to see the metal structures from this side as well. Right, you've got a zip line going down to this rounded cliff rock. So only people on foot or ravagers can get across. Then you've got another zip line going to another rock. up above on these yellow crystals you've got a ledge, but no one can build on there. However, people still could get up there and shoot down at your base. So it's kind of a weakness. This is at coordinates 14 by 41. As we came from the left, I'll go off to the right. You've got this furthest round cliff that you can build on top, and it's big enough to build an okay sized base. That's at coordinates 10 by 50. Then this goes down in like a small ramp. You've got a flat area here. So you've got a ramp going down to the area below. And up here we've got a completely flat surface which you can build on as well. So you can build all along here. That's at coordinates 1654. And you've got a tall rock face to protect you. So the only way to be attacked is from the front and at the sides. Still carries on. Long area. Short step up here onto a different level. Onto another flat area, which is at 2252. Then you've got another flat area here, which is a bridge. And there's nothing stopping you really building on here. And that's at 2451. That carries on. You can still build on this area. That's a good area below. I'll come back to that later. So all the way down there, across this side, there's a plateau here. I'll land on it. That's at coordinates 2948. But you can't build on here. So it's like wasted space in the middle of this. Work my way around again. This is the other side. Another flat area below us. Bridges to our left. So that's where the bridge started, and you've got all this area still, which is nice and flat where you can build on. That's going to take some hell of a lot of farming to get the resources to fill all this up. Then you come to a cliff wall here. And you can build in that entire area. And it ends at 23 by 58. That's a flat bridge we landed on over there. This is another one where we just were below a second ago. We go up this small ramp. We'll find this fairly flat area. At coordinates 24 by 60. As you can see, there's a slight slant in the land, but it evens off to the right and the left. It's just a middle bit that's on a slope. It's surrounded by a cliff face all the way around. So you can't get big dinos walking up there. And it's next to the surface entrance cave. Just pop in and show you that. I did a video on where all the surface cave videos are. And you can build in here. And that's at coordinates 26 by 64. We're outside again, just a bit further down from where we were. Go over this small ramp. The ground here is slightly uneven, but it straightens and levels out at the back more. Again, there's a cliff face surrounding all of it. You can see this area is flat on top. And the coordinates is 33 by 61. Flat area there as well. Next to a river, so you got plenty of water. And you're also at a cave entrance to the blue zone, so you can go in there and get lots of metal. And there's a little dugout area to the left. Right, that's where we just were. And across the river, next to this drop, there's another fairly flat area. This side's protected by a cliff face again. You've got a whole of this area to build in, or store dinos. You've got a little hidey hole back here with a Z plant. Looking a bit rude. So from these rocks, I'd gate this off and have a wall across here. This will be the centre. All the way to the other side. And the coordinates for this base is a 33 by 55. There's that flat bridge again. A short distance away from it, you go up this ramp. And another flat area. A charge station. This one's a good distance away from the ground. Nice and flat. And the coordinates is 28 by 57. And again, it's surrounded on all sides by a high cliff wall. In the distance, we have that big lake base. And this is that good area we saw as we flew over the bridge. This is one of the biggest flat areas in the map. You could build a huge base on here. Nice and flat, and you can build everywhere. There's a ramp up to it from here. And the coordinates is 24 by 46. There's a passageway in front of us. That will need to be blocked off as well. Plenty of room here to build whatever you want. It carries on around this side. There's a drop there. And there's another flat area over here it can build on. And that coordinates is 28 by 44. This will make another good base location. Goes all the way along here. It's like a little hidey cave there. Go along the front. There's a strip of land. You can still keep building on. And going. And going. That takes us to the bridge. Just look around so you can see where we are. Now we move across the other side. There's natural zip lines you can get to here with. You can build in this flat area. The coordinates is 32 by 44. It's quite high up, so well protected. And you've got a wide path all along here you can build on. Zip line there to get around to the back side of this place. That right side's protected by cliffs again. Then you've got this whole area you can build in. There's a secret cave, which is well protected. Just block the entrances off. You can build in here. And the coordinates is 30 by 47. And you come out and you've got another large area. That's a ramp way down. So I'd block this area off here. Another zip line across. And that takes you back to the huge flat area. So yeah, this is a very good spot to build. Especially if you've got two bases next to each other. As you can see, we're next to the lake and the big flat area is behind us. And I'll show you this small little area for a base. This is a ramp up. If you wanted to go for like a lakeside house. Even though these are round, you can still build on them. And you can build like a cabin up here. And the coordinates is 22 by 44. Now you could have a house on top of here. It's high up and out of the way. And over on this side, there's a flat area. Here and here. So you could store dinos there if you wanted. Create a dino pen to keep them safe. If you're just after a small base. Just off from it, you've got this another flat area down here that you could have a small house on. It's right next to the lake. It's like your fishing hut. The coordinates is 20 by 46. It's not that big, I just thought I'd show it you. You can have it as an extension to the base next to it. Here I've gone back to the river, so it's behind me. You go up this ramp and to the left. And you come to another flat area. It's slightly on a slant. And the coordinates is 25 by 49. It's got a zip line going across to the other side. And it's protected by a cliff wall again. The next location is called the Golden Dong Cave. For obvious reasons. What's that look like to you? You got dirty minds, a lot of you. There's a cave with stalactites that could make a pretty good base location. The coordinates is 30 by 36. You've got entrances into the sides that you're going to have to block up. But it's got quite a few, lots of beehives next to it. So you'll be able to get lots of free honey. Put another gateway there. And it's fairly secure. Out the back is a passageway. And it's right next to the river. Across the way from it is this location as well. It's 2-tier high. It's like a little hidden area in bushes there. The coordinates is 34 by 36. The next location is right at the edge of the blue zone. There's a zip line going towards it. It's a quite nice flat area here. The coordinates is 39 by 46. Just clear all the rocks away and you'll get a nice flat area. Carries on all the way down here. There's like a lift shaft there, which I'll show you in a sec. All the way over here. So you can build a pretty huge base. Goes up there to that bridge. But don't build up there. And build back to where we came from. Here, all the way around if you want it. Right, I'll go down here and show you. There's a little ledge there. And there's like a secret hidden area here, which is quite nice. So you can build a lift down. The coordinates for this is 40, 43. It's got two openings, one this side, one the other. So you could get up here on your rock drakes and then climb up to above. Again, next to the blue area. This base is split between different outcrops. You have this area here. It's a bit rocky, not very flat. Then you've got this area which is on a slant. So again, not flat, but you could store dinos here if you want. The coordinates is 41 by 37. So you could probably link those together with cliff platforms. Then this is a flat area that I'd build my base on. It goes halfway around this rock pillar. The coordinates is 39 by 38. There's another small area next to it we could build on as well. That's quite flat. You could use this like as a gatehouse, and that's at 39, 39. Put a ramp up to this area from it. Again, back to the start with that rocky area and then the sloped area. A lot of the bases up to now you've been able to shoot down on them from above, but you won't be able to do that on the next two. This is one of the highest positions you can build on. Granted, it's not ideal because it's not flat, and getting normal dinos up and down here would be a complete pain in the ass. The coordinates is 40 by 38. Just before you get to the blue zone. It's also got flat areas down the side though. So you can build additional bases around the edge. It's got a small shelf there. Bigger one here. Zip line there. This area is completely flat. And it's got multiple shelves. So you could split a fairly big base between all these different locations. This lower area is not ideal because it's on too much of a slant. Remember to build something there though. If all this area was covered in buildings, it'd be a bit hard for people to fight a way up to it. If you stored all your best stuff on the very top. Then we come to an open ramp section here. This area is too slanted. But you've got a natural zip line going up to the other side. And this area is flat as well. And you could stop there and then use the other zip line to the top of the area. Over on this side is another base location at 4236. It'll make an okay place to build. There are side shelves, but to be honest, they're a bit small. You won't be able to build much on them, and linking them all together might be a bit of a pain in the butt. Like, you only be able to get a really thin building. And because it goes around into a circle, linking them all up would be quite difficult. You've got more around the other side. These are on a slant and on different levels, so that's not a very good place to build. So I'll just stick to the top area. Back up top, we have another base location here. You can build there, all the way through here. To the left, go to the right. And the coordinates is 45 by 34. Another little area there. We're only going to be able to place a small building. You can tell where the devs want you to build because you've got charge stations and natural zip lines going up to places. Around this side you have a nice flat area that you'll be able to clear out. And you can go inside the tree. There's like a shelf up here. Build along the edge. Then you've got water down there. You can clear that out and fill it with a building or dinos. Out here you have a huge long ramp. The ground is sloped, so you're going to have to step your buildings if you want to build here. Or build them on pillars. And a GPS is 45 by 31. It's a really wide area that you can clear. That leads to another charge station and another fairly flat area up here. You can see there is a slope, but it does level off in some areas. And the coordinates for this place is at 48 by 30. Right, it's flat here. Down this side with all the mushrooms, we have a place for another base location just before you get to the blue area. And the coordinates for this is 51 by 30. Then you can drop down again. And there's another place to build at 50 by 32. So this is flat-ish. That's just before you get to the blue zone. Build or store dinos all along here. Take this wide path, build here, and then just after this zip line, I'd gate that off and build your defences there. We start here in the blue zone for a short time at coordinates 44 by 49. There's a small flat area here with a natural zip line going up to it. And that takes you to this cliff waterfall area. Now you've got your water, you've got your charge station. It is on slightly different levels, but you could build a base from here across the river to the other big rock, the other side. Right on the edge of this cliff. And the coordinates for this is a 42 by 50. Again, just before the green zone meets the blue. If you think of those rocks as your doorway, you follow the path round here, and that takes you to a nice flat area that you can build on. And the coordinates is 36 by 56. Got gas there. Charge station. And the sides are protected by cliff wall. I suppose you could use that tree to get up and down if you wanted. Back to this area. You remember me saying blocking this off to stop people getting in? Well, if you go up, there's another fairly large flat area here you can build at 47 by 33. Then you go up again, and there's another area. There's another shelf to the left as well. That one's a bit thin now. Then you back up here on that flat area. So we follow it on. Fairly up high here, so sides are protected. Clear all the rocks here and build here if you wanted. Get all those trees down, get all the rocks out of the way. The GPS is at 50 by 26. Another big area over here, but this is on a slope. The area to the right isn't, but it slants down on this ramp. You've got a charge station below. It's flattish here, so you could put a building there if you wanted. It slopes down and levels off here, and this is an entrance to the surface. So if you go in here, up this step, you could build in here if you wanted. There you go, foundation snap down. Or just block this entrance off with Behemoth Gate. Put your defences here. The coordinates for this is at 52 by 22. You see that metal platform up there? That's where we started off. On the portal area, there's a little cave entrance to the left, which we'll take. Charge station. This will be your front defensive area. And we find ourselves back in the main portal room. Okay, now we're going to go to the blue area, then the lower radiation zones. Some areas are dark like this, so I'll artificially brighten them up. Go up this path. Have a look around so you can see where I'm going. And we come to this first zone. I put a foundation down to show you that you can build there. The sides of it are protected by a cliff wall. And its coordinates is 50 by 37. There's a natural zip line over here, and this takes you to another location. Over this river. There's a flat area here. You need to clear all this away if you're going to build here. This coordinates is 53 by 38. Go over to this zip line. And it's another flat area. So you can have a complex if you wanted. Just show you around here. It's nice and flat. Go through here. Just clear all this rocks away. The coordinates is 49 by 40. That's our first starting section. The next location is just off from a green zone. And it's this ledge here. It's a small area. It's fairly flat and clear. You could build a gateway between these two large rocks. And the coordinates is 49 by 43. The next area is beside a waterfall with a lake underneath it. It's got a nice flat top. Just clear those stones away. A natural zip line going down to the ground. The sides are protected by a cliff wall again. That's the only ramp system up, so you can block that doorway off. And the coordinates is 37 by 61. There's a tree path next to it, so we'll go up there. And that'll take us to the next location. Follow the branch up to the left. And you come to this rock shelf. Again, it's nice and flat. It's hidden away up here. And the coordinates is 35 by 66. There's metal nodes up here as well. Then below it you have another shelf with metal nodes. It's connected by zip lines. More metal nodes over here. So if you don't build on there, you'll be able to get a fair amount of metal. More here. And a natural zip line down to our previous base location. Just look around so you can see where I am. Surface tunnel is up to the left, there, that ramp. So go through this path, and there's quite a large flat area here. Build all along here. And the coordinates is 42 by 80. Then you can block this end off this side. Going up the path here, block this off. There's a little cove that side. And then a flat area over here. Just need to clear those trees and rocks. Carry on over here. And it's protected on all sides by the cliff wall. The coordinates is 54 by 79. Next we have another flat area. It's out in the open, but it's not very secure. Got that ramp behind us. Got a waterfall and small river there. But you come over this side, and it's got a nice flat area. It is protected on this side with a cliff wall. And the coordinates is 45 by 77. The next area is by the Crystal Lake. Go up this ramp and you come to this flat area. Smallish. There's not many areas in this place. Protected by cliff walls on the side. You've got a natural zip line down there. And the coordinates is 53 by 65. You go down this side and it's another ramp down to the river. So it's a small location, but you can build in that flat area. We're up in the air this time. And there's like stone bridges. And one of them takes us to this place. It's nice and flat. It's big. It's got its own charge station. And the GPS is 45 by 68. You can also build around the back here. That drops off, so that's protected. And then you've got the crystal waterfall below. Carry on along here. This is the only way into this place, so you can put dinos down there if you want. Up the top here, we have a flat area for a small base. The coordinates is 47 by 71. I'll show you around so you can see where we are. We have a ramp system up here. Trees in front of us. And we have another flat location for a small base here. And the GPS is 53 by 55. You can use a front ramp, or you could go up this tree. Then you've got a little shelf below. And another one this side. I'm a bit reluctant to put this one in, but because there's not many places to build in the blue zone, I'm going to put it in anyway. So you go across this bridge, you've got a charge station. As you can see, all the ground slanted on a slope. But you have a flattish area here. And the GPS is 46 by 59. about the best place to build on this location. Got a lake below us. You got a shelf to the side. Natural zip line off to there. Another small shelf. Another flat area there you can build on. Go back around to the charge station. Then there's a ramp up here. Takes you to a stone bridge. That takes you to the other side. You've got a small flat area on this side as well. As you can see, this location is next to the spine, so it might be handy if you want to dive down there. Right next to this tree is a ramp. We'll go up. That brings us to a flat area we can build on after you've cleared all the rocks away. You can build over here. It's a steep drop over the edge, so you're protected there. You can also build on this side. The GPS is 48 by 50. And then if you go across here, that's the end of a flat zone, so I'd block that path off. Build across here, and then you can go down to this shelf. There's another flat area it can build on. Have it in 2 layers if you want. Go back up. If you're on PvP, to stop people attacking you, you'll need to build on top of this area here. But it's not flat, so you're going to have to build it on pillars or build towers. That's all the safe locations. Now we're going to move to the radioactive ones. Don't forget, when you spawn or travel to a radioactive zone base, you'll immediately start dying of radiation poisoning. So have a vault or box next to the bed with hazard gear in, so as soon as you spawn you can grab it, put it on and stop yourself from dying. Healing tonics and brews would also be useful because you get really low on health. I have my hazard suit on, but for some of these I put myself into God mode and remove my helmet. Let's just say you got a clear view and you won't see the helmet's borders at the top or bottom. Even though you can't see the radiation symbol, from now on just presume it's there. As you can see, this is a really big flat area. It's also got a charge station. You'll be able to build a really big base here, but it's in the radioactive zone. The coordinates is 56 by 43. Going a bit deeper down, we come to this large shelf. Some parts of it you are able to build on, but others you aren't. It's also got a charge station. The coordinates is 62 by 51. It's also right next to the spine. Next we have this pathway, it's like a shelf to the side of it. This flat area here. You can build on. Some of this foliage area you can't, so you have to work out which bits you can and can't. And the coordinates is 69 by 77. But you should be able to get a good sized base out of that. Just show you around so you can see where we are. We have this passageway here. Then inside we have a big open area. Some parts are slightly on a slant. The coordinates is 79 by 81. There's a pathway this side as well. The next location is by his two waterfalls. And it's this nice flat area here. There's a ramp coming up to it. And the coordinates is 83 by 76. Just off from here we have the next location. Right next to this waterfall. As you can see, it's nice and flat. Just got to clear the rocks away. And the GPS is 84 by 72. Up from here we have the next location. It's a wide stone bridge. But it's got a large flat section that you could build a base on. It's quite big, and its coordinates is 79 by 73. But if you did build on here, it would stop people passing by. We start next to this lake. And again there's a pathway with a shelf to the side of it. I move the foundation around so you can see where to build. And the GPS is at 89 by 73. Next we have this location, which is a big open flat area. But now we're getting to the territory of a Reaper Queens. You could have a big base here, but if a queen spawn, it might become too much of a problem. The coordinates is at 87.65. With a Reaper Queen spawning here, it might be best to build a trap for them. And it just so happens that I've built the best Reaper trap in the entire universe, which is really easy to use if you've got a modicum of skill. And I'll link it at the end for you. For the next location we start fairly high up. And we go to this bridge here. There's a charge station on it. And it's got a really nice flat area we can build on. It's like a high passageway. Again, it'll stop people coming through if you build here. But that's their problem. The GPS is 78 by 69. There's also a little passageway here. And as you can see, Reaper Queens spawn here. So again, you might want to build a Reaper trap here instead of a base. Starting above a previous base location, we have this shelf here. It's flat and you can build. However, there are a lot of Reaper Queens here. So I would save this place for a Reaper Queen trap. And its coordinates is 86 by 63. But it is a pretty good place for a Reaper trap there. As you can see, there's loads of them around. And you can kite them into the trap from the rest of the passages. If we follow the ledge up this ramp, we can build here. However, Reaper Queens spawn. So carry on a bit further up. And there's a nice flat area where you can build a Reaper Queen trap. You can build it here. And you've got loads of Reaper Queens all around you. Just go back. And the GPS for this place is at 83 by 59. We have another ledge here. It's nice and flat. You can build another Reaper Queen trap here. Or a medium-ish base. The coordinates are 83 by 58. And you can kite your Reaper Queens here from down that path. And you've got this little alleyway off to the side that you can build on as well. There's a path here, and there's a little cove going up there to a dead end. But if you head up, there's a bit of a secret shelf up here. Make quite a good PvP hiding base. You can build a small base here. And its coordinates is 75 by 53. Got shelves either side. Then you got this like stone bridge here. And a raised shelf. That has a charge station on it. Show you around so you can see. A fairly flat area. Just on a different level there. It's really high up though. You can't build on this rock. And the coordinates for this is 71 by 54. If you're looking for it, you need to look up. And you can also build on this stone bridge, which is quite a big flat area. So you can have one base on that raised area and then another offshoot from it on that stone bridge. Then you've got his path going through here. That takes you to another flat area where you might want to keep a Reaper Queen trap. That's at 75 by 57. I'll show you around. And the next location is here on this ledge. Just clear the rocks away. It's nice and flat. There's a ramp going down to it. And that's at coordinate 69 by 45. There's another flat area here where you can expand the base to. Put the spyglass away. This path is actually flat all the way up to here. So you could block it and put doors here. I'll show you the surroundings again. And you have a flat ledge over here. There's only space for a small medium base. And the coordinates is 65 by 46. Just off from the lake we have another flattish surface. That's a tongue twister. It is on a slope, but I'm sure you can come up with a base to fit in there. And the coordinates are 64 by 44. The area is quite big. And then you can block the path off to it. Or, if you continue on from here, go down the path, set another charge station in the distance, at 60 by 43. And there's another flat area here you can build on. Off from this waterfall we have another flat ledge. Clear those tree things out of the way. Build here. And all the way back here. As you can see, there's a few drakes here that you're going to have to kill. The coordinates is 69 by 33. The area that I'm at the moment is one of the main Reaper Queen spawn sites. Gonna go up this ramp to the left and come to a flat area. This will make a really good location for the Reaper Queen trap. And that's at 74 by 41. There's too many Reaper Queens here, so it'll be a pain in the butt to build a base here. But it is one of the best locations to build a Reaper Queen trap. You can kite them up here. There's a big spawn area here. Then across the way, past the red crystals, up a ramp, you have another flat area where you can build another trap. This is at coordinate 79 by 41. So if somebody's built a trap on one side, you can build a trap on the other. You have a cliff area here. It's quite a wide place to build on. It's nice and flat. That's at coordinate 79 by 44. There's only one passageway into it, and the back's protected by a cliff wall. If you follow the path down here, you have this open flat area. Now as you can hear, there's Reaper Queens around us. And it's another good place for a trap at coordinates 81 by 36. Then you follow the path round, and you come to this dead end. It's on a slight slope, but you could build another Reaper cage here. And that's at coordinates 83 by 35. This is one of the surface entrances. I've covered where all of them are in a different video. Its coordinates is 77 by 29. Now, there's nothing blocking you from building in here. Let's fly into the cave. You've got a flat surface there, but a bigger one inside. And you could build a base in here if you wanted, but obviously it'll block people coming through. And its end coordinates is 78 by 26. That's where the surface is, up there. You don't want to go up there in the daytime. Next we have another flat cliff ledge here where we can build a Reaper trap. The Reapers are off in the distance. And the coordinates are 70 by 29. Now we come to one of the biggest areas to build on. You can't actually build on this bridge until you get to the other side. But the base location will start round about here. There's a charge station over there. Starts at 61 by 40. So we've got all this. All the way to across the other side. This as well. Go through this passageway. You could stop one base there if you want. You can go up a ramp. This takes you to the next zone. So you'd start your base here. Down to that side. Over to this side where there's another charge station. You've got to work out where you can build and where you can't. The coordinates for this place is 66 by 37. As you can see, it's a bit hostile. You'll have to clear this out. This is a nice flat area to build. And it still carries on over this bridge. More flat areas here. And there's another charge station. So there's 3 in a row. Come around to this side. There's another flat area. You can have a thin base. And the end coordinates for this place is at 68 by 39. The next base location is off from a spine. You only can build so far down in Aberration, and the next area is where I built my test base. The coordinates 67 by 53. There's actually a few spaces around here you can build. This is where I did my awesome Reaper trap. Works every time. You can build a big base here. Another flat spot at 67 by 51. To show you around the area. The main reason why I built here was so that I could dive down and get drake eggs. I've done a video on how to tame a drake that I'll link at the end. Across from this location, we have another area for a small base. You can build on this flat stone area. And the coordinates is 67 by 49. As this is the lowest place you can build on Aberration, building space here will be rare, because everyone will want to have a base here so they can dive down and get drake eggs. This is a cut-off zone of where you can build, but I'll dive down and show you how deep it goes. Plus put foundations down to show you that you can't build down there. Remember, if you build a base in a radiation zone, you only can keep creatures in it that are naturally immune from radiation, the ones you normally find down here. If you bring dinos from a surface like a Ravager, they can last a short time, but you need to keep feeding them mushroom soup. That'll make them immune to a radiation poisoning for a while, but you can't keep them down there and log off, because when it runs out, they're going to die. I've shown you all the base locations I would build in. I'm sure I've missed a few, but after 4 days of flying around and about a week of editing and voiceovers, this'll do. God, it was draining, but I'm glad it's finished, and I hope it's helped you find a good spot to build in. Thanks for watching. If it was helpful, click the like button, and if you're new, please click subscribe. You can also click the bell icon and get notified as soon as I upload next. And don't forget to check out my other helpful videos. Goodbye, and hope to see you